Hi everyone and welcome back to the PokeTamer channel where we buy and sell Pokemon cards on eBay. The idea is to make a profit. This definitely isn't a business, it's just something I do for fun. And we're going to get straight into it today. As you can see on screen, we're opening up this package. And I don't know if you could tell from the title, but this definitely isn't clickbait. This is definitely the best package I've bought so far. Now I do actually know what's in this one and I've been really excited to open it. And I can say that package 23 cost me £55 and 50p. I think this is one of the most expensive ones I've bought so far, but there's good reason for that. I actually want to start off this one today by taking a quick look at the eBay listing because it plays a big part in the story of buying this package. So I'll pop that up on screen now. What I mostly want to point out about this listing is, as you can see, it's just full of spelling mistakes. I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm not sure, is that I have a saved search on eBay that's just full of all the different ways you can spell Pokemon wrongly, basically. So you can see here that they spelt Pokémon Pokermon, and the main focus of this listing was Dunkin Boomer or Bloomer as they've called it, because they've actually misspelt that as well. Now you might be thinking, what have I spent £55 on this listing for? Because there's not actually anything in there worth that amount of money. But if you have a look here at the item description, you'll see it says for sale Pokemon cards by Dunkin, 13 cards and 1 unopened pack in used condition. 4 have some creases, see photos. And then it says also another unopened pack and 3 loose cards, see photos. Now what we've bought this for is where it says also another unopened pack. Now at this point I can confirm there is a vintage booster pack in here. I've removed it from the photos to keep a little bit of mystery alive, but there was a little pack there on the left side of the photo, just underneath the Dunkin Boomer pack. So obviously vintage pack, it could be a lot of different things, but you know, it's got to be worth me spending £55 on it. So just keep that in mind when we look through this. And if we take a closer look at the image now, we can see the Dunkin Boomer packs and the stickers that come within them. For anyone who doesn't know, I'll give a little bit of background on Dunkin Boomer now. Or actually I won't, instead I'll let you watch this advert which gives all the information you need to know. Yeah, so I think that explains it all, 100%. I don't think anyone's got any questions now on Dunkin Boomer. What? Dunkin Boomer is like a Spanish bubblegum company, and they had a license from Nintendo back in 1999 to 2001 where they basically licensed the Pokemon branding, and they included stickers with their bubblegum packs. So they are slightly collectible. They're not super collectible. I don't think there's much value in them. We'll look at them in more detail once I open this pack. So if we take a look at the images now on there, so I'm actually going to reveal now what the pack is. So a bit of suspense. And it is Pokemon Go. No, I'm just joking. We're going to reveal what it is once I've opened this package. So let's not prolong this any longer. Let's just get straight into this. Now I'm actually going to still keep this pack hidden, just so we can talk about it a bit more in a second. So let's have a look what we've got here. So we've got the Dunkin Boomer stuff. Comes with a sealed booster pack of the Dunkin Boomer, which was mentioned in the listing. It's a little bit battered, it's seen better days. But as you can see here, it's officially licensed by Nintendo. And I think on the front here, you've got this little section which says 1995, 1996, 1998 Nintendo Creatures Game Freak and 1999 Nintendo there. So this is one of their first booster packs they released from the original run, and you can see it, 2 bubblegums with stickers, and there's 150 stickers to collect. So the actual packs themselves, there's not much value in them. There is a little bit, and if I look at some eBay sold prices, I can see that this particular one previously sold for, I think, about £10. You can sell this for, probably in better condition than this, but I would imagine you'd get £5 for this. And maybe if you include some of the stickers that we've got here, the loose stickers, it'd be worth slightly more. But like I say, this isn't what I bought this package for. It was just, for some reason they chose to highlight this as the main feature of the package instead of what the other booster is. But it's still quite an interesting piece of nostalgia, and definitely for some people. I can't remember ever having these as a kid, but it might have been something that was just exclusive to Spain, I'm not sure. And I wouldn't recommend opening it and eating the bubblegum. But if we have a look at some of the stickers that came with it, so that isn't particularly bad condition. You see they've got these little markers at the back here where you can tick off what you've got, and quite a lot of the time these ones get damaged because people use them to tick off, but it's actually a sticker, but that's not too bad condition, that Parasect. And then we've got a Kabutops, which has a bit of damage up the top here. We've got a Moltres, which looks in not bad nick, to be honest. A Beedrill, got a Squirtle, Cloyster, Snorlax, Horsey, and I think there's some more over here. I mean, that seal has definitely seen better days. And then you've got a Paris, which again is really damaged on the corner there. A Diglett, again seen better days on that one. Got Vileplume, and then you've got a Geodude, which says here 2000, so I think this one's from a slightly different set of these cards. But that's the Dunkin Boomer stuff there, and as I say, and these have a little bit of value depending what Pokemon you actually get. Obviously the rarer Pokemon are worth more, and having a sealed pack is nice, but I'll probably sell these together in a little lot like that. And yeah, I'd expect to get but maybe £10 for this if I'm lucky. But we actually have a couple of other cards here. So we've got a Parasect from Jungle, nothing special about that. Standard card, not worth much, but it will just go into the bulk of the other vintage that I have. We have this unknown promo here, which if you look at that there, wow, massive crease down the back. It looks like someone's conveniently put a hinge in this card. That's not great. The embarrassing thing is I actually need this card for my set. I need the Black Star promo Unknown. Was this an Unknown J? I will be putting this in my binder. Obviously it'll just be a placeholder, and I will look to replace this one as quickly as I can, because it's, yeah, there's a lot of damage on that. And then we also have this here, which is a Digimon card. I have zero idea on the value of this and no idea where it's come from. Collector cards, number 2 of 8, Unbeatable Team. If anyone has any idea what set this is from, then please let me know, because I've tried to look it up and I can't really find any reference to this. I don't know if it's just some random knockoff card from like a cereal packet or something like that, or whether it's from an actual collector's thing. I mean, it might be just from like a comic or a magazine or something, but yeah, I can find zero reference to this. Okay, but I think it's time we finally reveal what the vintage booster pack is. The whole reason I purchased this eBay listing was for this one pack here, and like I say, it's the best purchase I've made so far on my eBay journey. But if I get this now and reveal it, here we are. It is a vintage fossil sealed booster pack. Now, as you can probably tell looking at this, it's definitely seen better days. We're going to have a quick look for any telltale signs of it being fake or resealed. Initially, just holding it in my hands, it doesn't feel fake. You can tell here by the crimping at the top, because it's got this flat edge and not the zigzag crimping. That's a good sign that it's real. It doesn't look like it's been resealed. That still feels very much intact. And I can see no obvious tearing or issues where someone's opened it. You can still see that part of it still holding true there. If anyone watching this has any other ideas than me, then please let me know, but I'm thinking this is fine. It doesn't give me any of the signs that this might be resealed.
Can you dig up all the fossil cards? 2 million years ago, the first known Pokemon walked the Earth. Scientists thought many were extinct like dinosaurs because only fossils had been found until now. A remote island has been discovered in the South Seas, an island where the Pokemon fossils have come to life. Do you have the skills to become the world's #1 Pokemon master? Master the Pokemon trading card game and find out.
But if I put up some sold listings now, so this basically, they usually sell for about between 120 and 150 pounds for the unlimited ones. Obviously first edition sell for a lot more, but that's if they're in really nice condition. You know, if they're box fresh, then they're going to sell for that price. This one definitely isn't box fresh. So you're going to be looking at less money than that. I can't see why it wouldn't get like 90 or 100 pounds. It's still a vintage sealed booster. It's still going to have a lot of value to it. But I think for the £55 spent on this, we've had a great deal here, because if I sell the Dunkin Boomer stuff for, like I say, £10, then it's technically like I've only spent £45 on this pack, and I should easily be able to double that money. Minimum, I should be able to double that. But what I think it would be fun to do with this now is actually to weigh it. Now, it's not going to mean a lot to weigh it right now, because weighing really only matters if you have a whole booster box and you weigh the entire box. You can then find out the heavy and the light, because you're weighing them all against each other, and there should be a certain amount in each box. Just weighing one loose pack, it's definitely not going to let you know 100% whether this is a heavy pack or not. Now, for anyone wondering how you weigh a pack, you want a set of scales like this, which is like the hypersensitive weighing scales. I didn't pay a lot for these. I got these off AliExpress, and I think they cost me like £2 or £3. So I don't know if the accuracy is going to be 100%, but it'll give us a rough idea. Right, yeah, you can see that there says 000. And that's currently saying 20.94. .93. Yeah, 20.93, around that. So that would be a light pack, because I think it's 21 and over, or more than that, 21 and a half. Obviously it depends on the booster box, and you have to weigh them all to get a rough idea, but generally speaking, that's a light pack. When I list this on eBay, I'm definitely not going to list it as light or heavy, but I will include a picture of it on the scale just to give people a rough idea, and they can make their own decision on it then. I would also love to open this pack just to see what's inside, just for like the nostalgia and the curiosity of it, to see what card we would hit. I very much doubt it's going to be a holo because of the weight. It's just a loose pack that's been knocking about for years, but for curiosity's sake I would love to open it. But there's literally no value in that. You really shouldn't open these vintage boosters, especially unlimited fossil, because I think even if you hit the best card in the set, it's still not as much as the sealed booster, and that's obviously talking ungraded. If you were to then get the best card out of here, grade it, get it in a 10, then it's probably going to be worth more than this. But you're definitely not getting 10s out of this pack. You can see the state it's in. They're going to have edgeware the cards. I don't think they're going to be 10s for sure. So there's literally no value in opening this, as much as I would love to. Definitely we're going to resell it sealed. Now, before I fully sign off, there's actually more to the story of when I purchased this, so please hang around if you would like to find out more. Now, I've saved this little story to the end because I'm having a bit of a moan, so some people might not be fully into watching this, and that's fine. If you're not, you can switch the video off now. But basically, I won this eBay lot. Was obviously super happy to win it because it's an amazing thing to get. But went to bed, woke up the next morning, and the lot had been cancelled and the seller had refunded me. And I was gutted by that, really gutted. And so I messaged the seller and was like, I was quite nice, I was polite. I just said, oh, you know, what's happened here? Like, how comes it's been refunded? And they basically said to me something along the lines of, oh, it was a mistake, you know, I didn't realise that pack was in there. I didn't mean it to be in that lot. They were like, oh, I'm always selling, you know, TCGs and different card games. I get a bit confused sometimes, like, I'm really sorry, I refunded you straight away as soon as I realised it was in there. And so for me, that was a bit of a cop-out. I didn't believe them, to be honest. If you see these images here from the listing, you can see that it's clearly photographed with these cards, even to the point where they must have picked it up and turned it over to get a picture of the back of it, and then another one of a close-up of it. So they must have known that this pack was there. They also, obviously, in the listing description, which we saw earlier, they even listed that there was another booster pack in this lot. So for me, 100% they knew it was there. What had happened was either they didn't realise it was going to sell for as much as it did, and when it did sell for over £50, they thought, oh, there must be something in here that's worth more than that, and actually then did the research and found out that the fossil pack was worth quite a bit. Or someone who I beat out when I was bidding, you know, got a bit salty and decided to message the seller and say, look, what you're selling there is worth a lot more than what it's sold for. And for me, it's just really, really bad eBay seller etiquette to cancel something because it didn't sell for as much as you wanted it to. That is why they have buy it now prices. That is why they have reserve prices you can put on listings. And if you're not going to do the research before you put something on eBay, then that's fully up to you. That's your fault as the seller. Because how long does it take to research a fossil pack and find the amount? Literally, you can see it says fossil on the pack over here. You can see it's Pokemon. It's really not that difficult. It takes 30 seconds to Google Pokemon fossil pack value, and they would come up to tell you it was worth over £100. So for me, that's not an excuse. And basically I said as much to the seller. I said, look, it is what it is. It's done now, but I don't think that's right. And fair play to them. They came back to me and they said, look, I don't want there to be any bad feelings here. They were obviously a little bit worried about their 100% positive feedback, which I wouldn't have put a negative one anyway. I wouldn't have bothered because I wouldn't have seen the point. But, you know, they obviously worried about that anyway. So they said, look, I'll make it right. I'll put it up again for the price you bought it and you can buy it again. So they put it up for a buy it now, and I paid the price I won it in auction, and then they honoured that and it came. But it was a bit of a roller coaster, you know, because I wasn't expecting to have to go for all that. I thought once I'd won the bidding, that was it. But it sort of brings up the fact with eBay, I've had this so much of winning bids, winning auctions, and because it didn't sell for as much as they wanted, they just cancel it. And it really, really winds me up. I really don't like that, because I've had things sell for not as much as I wanted them to sell for. But obviously that's the risk you take with doing it as an auction. If you're going to put something up, you know, starting bid, you know, 99p, whatever, it sells for what it sells. If it sells for 99p, it sells for 99p. That's the risk you took at auction. You either put on a reserve price, you either start the bidding at the price you actually want it for. Like if they'd put this up for, I don't know, £80, then they might have got a price they're actually after for it. But for me, this was 100%. The person just didn't know what they had. Because when they said they sell other TCG and different card games, I looked at their other listings and it's all a completely different TCG from Pokemon. They don't sell any Pokemon stuff. So they obviously just got their hands on some of it. They weren't too sure what it was and just listed it all in one bundle without doing the research. I mean, and as it was, they spelt Pokemon wrong. Even in their messages they were sending back to me, they were spelling Pokemon wrong still. So they clearly didn't know what they had. But anyway, rant over, I promise. That's it, done. Aside from the roller coaster of purchasing this package, I think we've done really, really well here. It's going to be a big bit of profit. We've definitely doubled our money. But yeah, 100% let me know what you think of this. Do you think it was a good purchase? I think it's crazy to pick up a vintage booster, you know, fossil from 1999 for that price. I think £50 for one of these is great. Can't go wrong there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, please like, subscribe if you'd like to carry on seeing my journey of buying and selling on eBay. I'm looking forward to the next video and opening the next package, and I shall see you guys then. As always, thanks for watching.